Yeah. So today our first session on KVPY. As time goes by, in the next 3 months, means in August, September, and October, we'll be taking uh, 10 mock tests. By the way, all of you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, and you are able to hear me very clearly, or do you find any noise at my end?
No, no, nothing. It's perfect.
Okay, great. So just I repeat the statement what I made is that as time goes by for the next 3 months, we are going to cover 10 mock tests in KVPY. So we will provide the question paper at least 5 days in advance so that after receiving the question paper, you can go through the questions and start answering by your own. And then in our live session, we will discuss the solution to all these questions and detailed analysis of these questions. And by listening to this thing in an interactive fashion, you can also join the discussion. You will able to understand what are the mistakes you may made, and what are the scope of improvement you think, or if you find a solution you did in a different manner, different way, that also you can convey it to us. This is the entire objective of our KVPY session. So I hope all of you are aware of KVPY essay. Okay, so in case some of you are not very well versed about KVPY, you can go through the URL as we have kept in that as you see that kvpy.iisc.ornet.in, and you will get the details information. But to give you in brief, uh, KVPY 2018 is a national level examination conducted by IISc. It is initiated by Department of Science and Technology. Uh, the exam is held students who can who want to pursue a career in basic sciences, like Bachelor of Science course in 5 subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, biological sciences, and environmental sciences. So KVPY has 3 types of examination. KVPY has 3 types of examination. First one is essay, which we are going to discuss in details today. Students in class 11 can appear this stream. Here, eligibility criteria is 75% in maths and science. Uh, mm, yeah, and in your class 10. And Essex, you are going to appear in the next year when you will be in class 12. Okay. And SB is different, that is for graduation. So that we will not discuss at all here in this program. So I have a humble suggestion to all of you. If you have any
Can you introduce yourself? Sir,
yeah,
can you introduce yourself?
absolutely. I
Thank
did
you, thank you.
that at the beginning of the session. So my name is Ujjwal Konar. I am founder of KonarClasses. Um, we have a website called www.konarclasses.com. You can go through it and or look into the website. So I passed out from IIT Kharagpur, and I worked in technology industry for 10 plus years. And after that, I started providing coaching to the students for engineering and medical entrance examinations, including KVPY and National Talent Search examinations. I have a core team who actually work on that. and we have a fantastic online test platform and online learning platform, which is amalgamated with this coaching to give a very great advantage. Okay. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah, and in the last several years, several of my students get into IIT. There are several of my students, became a KVPY scholar, and all these things. So, give you a brief about KVPY 2018 KVPY essay. So, last date of submission of application form is 31st August. Okay. It is recommended that not to wait till last minute. Better you complete your, application form in a week time frame from now, if possible. Admit card will be available from second week of October 2018. Aptitude, exam will be on 4th November. Then obviously, 4th week of November you will able to understand what are the answer keys. But before that, we will also publish. Okay, and after that, there will be a result announcements in the 3rd week of December, followed by interview in the 3rd week of January 2019. So after those who qualify in the KVPY essay, we will also provide, in detail coaching how to appear for the interview as well in that 1 month from 3rd week of December to 3rd week of January, and you will eventually get your final result by April 2019. So, and as I said in the beginning of this,
Sir, I have a doubt. I have a doubt.
please.
Yeah. Sir, so a lot of us are not taken biology as an additional subject.
Yeah, I do understand. And
Yes. Yeah.
Ranjan, you asked this question.
No, Dhruva, sir, Dhruva.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
point is, it is a very common question. Those who do not have biology in their class 11. See, the point is that the syllabus for KVPY essay basically from class 10 and a little bit of class 11. So I have two
Okay.
statements here. First one is that you need to brush up your class 10 biology knowledge, okay, whatever you have learned. And few questions, you may make not able to make it as you do not have biology in your class 11, but that should not be a worry at all, because you know out of these 100-mark questions, if you can clear 50, and it is in a very good position to become a KVPI scholar. So, if you miss a few questions from biology, it is not at all a big issue. That's what I suggest. And
Sir, and I studied in ICSE.
yeah,
So is there necessity for me to refer NCRT of 10?
correct. It is required. I will guide you.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
We have a team also for that who can guide you on that in details. Uh, it is required to follow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Now let us proceed with the paper today. What we published earlier. You know, the first mm, question is something like this. Uh, yeah. So if you look into the first question, uh, there are 20 urns such that first urn contains 5 balls and kth urn contains 2k plus 1 more balls than the k minus 1th urn. The total number of balls in all these 20 urns is what out of this, 4 options. So what is this meant by this question is something like this. Uh, there are 20 arms. Okay. If you see the first urn, it contains 5 balls. Then that is the first urn. Then second urn, contains how many more balls? 5 more balls than the first urn. Because 2 into k plus 1, because 2 into 2 plus 1, that is, it has 10 balls. In that way, it actually continues. Correct. So, let Tk denotes the number of balls present in the kth urn. So what we can say from this one, we can say that T1 equal to 5, because according to the question, the first urn contains 5 balls, so T1 equal to 5. Then the kth urn contains 2k plus 1 more balls than the k minus 1th urn. So if we give this as a mathematical, representation, so it will be something like this. This implies Tk minus T of k minus 1. This is equal to 2k plus 1. So, and here, what is the value of k? K is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 20. So now if we generalize this point, what we get? We get that T2 minus T1 is equal to 5. Why? Because T1 contains 5 balls, T2 contains T2 minus T1, so that is, you apply k equal to 2, that is equal to 2 into 2 plus 1. Means more specifically you can write something like this, that it is equal to 2 into 2 plus 1, because we applied k equal to 1. Then we do T3 minus T2. T3 minus T2 is equal to 2 into 3 plus 1. What is 2 into 2 plus 1? That is equal to 5. 2 into 3 plus 1, this is equal to 7. Then we are having T4 minus T3. T4 minus T3 is equal to 2 into 4 plus 1. 2 into 4 plus 1 is nothing but 9. Now in that way, if we proceed, further, then we will get something like this. Yeah. So now, if we proceed in this manner, what we'll get? We'll get that dot dot dot. If we proceed, we'll get Tn minus Tn minus 1 is equal to 2 into n plus 1. So now, if we add all these things, if we add all these things in this one left hand side, what we'll see? We'll see, if we add, the T2 will get cancelled with this T2, this T3 will cancel with this T3, this T4 will cancel with the next T4, which is not shown here, but it is quite obvious. And then this Tn minus 1 will get cancelled with the previous Tn minus 1. So what we left with? We left with Tn minus T1 in the left hand side. So what we get in the left hand side in the Tn minus 1. So let's see. So if we, I hope all of you are able to view this thing. Yeah. So now if we write down that what happened in the, what we got in the left hand side, it is Tn minus T1, and in the right hand side what we get? Right hand side we get 5 plus 7 plus 9, in that way dot 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 up to 2n plus 1. So now what is the value of T1? T1 is equal to 5. So if you take this, T1 in the right hand side, we get 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus, in that way it continue till 2n plus 1. Now let us rearrange a little bit. If you see in the left hand side, right hand side, apart from these 5, others, they are in arithmetic progression and all are odd numbers: 5, 7, 9, 11, in that way 2n plus 1. All these are odd numbers. So if we do little bit of rearrangement, then we'll get something very interesting. And let's see how we are going to get this thing. So this implies Tn is equal to, what we are going to write is that 1 plus, the 5 I am writing 1 plus 1 plus 3. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, and in that way it goes till 2n plus 1. So from there what we can write is that Tn is equal to 1 plus, now look at in this part. If you look into this part, what are those? These are the sum of the 2n plus 1 odd numbers. Either you can apply the sum of the first in terms of that AP with first term as 1 and common difference as 2, that you can do. Or what you can do is that you can remember this thing, that is what is important for this kind of entrance exam, is that what is the formula for the sum up to the first in odd numbers. Okay, so what we'll get is that you will see this is equal to 1 plus n plus 1 whole square. So n plus 1 whole square is nothing but the sum up to the first n odd numbers. So now what is our question? According to the question, if you go back to the question is that how many, find the total number of balls in all these 20 urns. That means T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 up to T20. That is what you need to find. So that means what we can say is that our required number of balls, we can write it here. The required number of balls is nothing but summation of Tn, where n is equal to 1 to 20. So this is equal to what? This is nothing but summation of 1 plus n plus 1 whole square, where n is equal to 1 to 20. If we apply this thing, so this will come into two parts. One is that summation of 1, where n is equal to 1 to 20, plus summation of n plus 1 whole square, n is equal to 1 to 20. So this becomes what you know, n is equal to 1 to 20 means what? 1 has been added 20 times. So that will give us a result called 20. And plus, if you uh, uh, put n equal to 1, then n plus 1 is 2. Then it becomes 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. In that way, if you got, it will go to 20 plus 1, that is 21 square. So now we'll rearrange a little bit, that is equal to 20 plus 1 square. Sorry, I make little rearrangement because
So we can,
I'm sorry.
so we can use sum of squares. We can use sum of square formula, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do this thing. Fantastic. You made the statement
Okay.
very correct. So this we can write, this is equal to 19 plus 1 square. 1 is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, in that way up to 21 square. So if you look into this thing, this is whatever is coming as 19 is 19, plus this entire thing, it is coming into our formula. Sum of the squares of the first in natural numbers is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. I hope all of you are aware of it. If some of you are not aware of it, then I can write this formula here in a different color. Is that, what is this? It is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus dot 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 up to n square is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So this thing we are applying here, and what we get here in this context, we get n is what, 21, that is 21 into n plus 1 is 22 into 2n plus 1, that means 2 into. So if I write more clearly so that all of you can understand, so let me just give me a moment. So here we are getting 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Now what I wanted to mean is this thing. Let me write it very clearly. Let me. So this is equal to, in the left hand side, what you get, that is equal to 19 as it is, plus what is n? N is equal to 21 into n plus 1, that means 21 plus 1 into 2n plus 1, that means 2 into 21 plus 1 divided by 6.
Excuse me, sir, I had a doubt.
Yeah, so it will be, yeah, you can ask your question now, please.
Will we have sufficient time to solve such a big procedure because it's such a huge sum?
Yeah, good question. So the point is that here we are, discussing together. I am explaining. Absolutely, you need to do very fast. This is the fastest method to solve this problem. Because so here
But it's
what I,
not.
yeah, please go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, please raise your question, please.
No, my question was, what if we don't have sufficient time to solve the other questions?
For the
Question might take some.
what time you're
The rest
talking?
of the questions,
Is it related to this question?
no, I was just talking about time management because it's such a,
Oh, okay.
other than or
I do understand. So that we'll discuss, later. Let us complete this, huh?
okay.
Okay. We'll discuss this thing later. So now, if you compute this thing, then what you will get? You will get something. This thing is that 19 plus.
Sir, is the answer 3330?
Yeah, correct. You are absolutely correct. It is 3330. It is 21 into 22 into 43 divided by divided by 6, and if you simplify it will be 3, 7, and 3 it will be 2, and then again you can make it 11, and so it will be 19 plus, yeah, 7 into 11 into 43. Okay, so that if you compute it will come as around 3330, and option A is correct. If anyone has any question for the, in understanding the solution, never hesitate to raise your question. And one student asked me uh, about the time management. Yes, absolutely, it is a very valid question. And um, time management, there are several approaches. We can have a session on that. One point I just say before proceeding for the next question is a lot of practice is required. And keeping this in context, this kind of mock test will help you, how to manage with the time, and how you can, utilize all these knowledges to solve similar problems. So if you do not have any question for the in understanding the solution to the first question, we can go to the second question. Yeah. A moment. And for your information, we are you will get a YouTube link of all entire session. Okay, it is video recorded, so you will get YouTube link describing the solution, the way I'm solving here, and your talk also. Everything will be very well, organized manner. Will publish in the in YouTube, and that link will also be shared with you along with this solution, whatever the solution you are seeing now. This is just for your kind information. Now let's proceed for the second question. If x, y, and z are positive integers such that,
The previous answer was wrong, sir.
I'm sorry.
Sir, can you go to the previous answer, the previous question?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, sir, can you scroll down?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, here you got 3330, right?
Yeah.
Is that with 19 or without 19, sir? Adding 19?
Adding 19.
That is with adding 19.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a doubt with that. Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because 11 into 7 into 11 is 77. 77 into
Yeah,
13. Wait, sorry. 77 into 43 is coming to 3301. And you add this
that's
to
19.
it, it becomes 3330.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So let's go to the second question. In the second question, it is mentioned that if A, B, C, if X, Y, Z are positive integers such that xy plus y plus x equal to 23, zx plus x plus z equal to 41, and yz plus y plus z equal to 27, then what is the value of x plus y plus z? So here I am going to solve this. From the given equation, what we can get, the first equation what we get is something like this, is that xy plus x plus y plus 1 is equal to 24. We get xy plus x plus y plus 1 is equal to 24. Now if we rearrange little bit, what we will get? We take x common, then from the first two terms we get y plus 1, and then you take 1 common from the last two terms, you get y plus 1, that is equal to 24. So from what we get from here x plus 1 into y plus 1 is equal to 24. That we give, equation number 1. Now similarly from the second one, what is given as zx plus z plus x equal to 41. From there, what we are going to get in the similar manner, x plus 1 into z plus 1. So you get x plus 1 into z plus 1 is equal to 41. That is equation 2. And the third one is yz plus y plus z is equal to 27. From there, what we get? We get y plus 1 into z plus 1 is equal to 27. I'm sorry. Yeah, correct. So,
So,
I'm sorry.
so shouldn't it be 42?
Yeah, correct. Exactly. That's what I actually wanted to mean. Yeah. It will be 42. Correct. Exactly. Thanks. It will be 42, and in the similar manner, this will be 28.
Sir, and that 27 will be 28. Yes, sir.
Similar manner, you will get it here 28. So now, what we are going to do, if we multiply, both sides of the equation of 1, 2, and 3, okay, by multiplying both sides of the equations 1, 2, and 3, we get what? We get, you see, there are two x plus 1 in the left hand side. So it is x plus 1 whole square. Similarly, there are two y plus 1. So it is y plus 1 whole square. And there are two z plus 1, that is z plus 1 whole square. That is equal to 24 into 42 into 28. Okay. So now, in order to do a little bit of calculation in the number system, then you will get something like this. that x plus 1 whole square into y plus 1 whole square into z plus 1 whole square, you will get 7 square into 6 square into 4 square. Okay, so keeping this in mind, what we can get, you can get z plus 1 equal to 7. So what we are going to get from here is that this implies
7 plus 6 plus 4 equals 2x plus y plus z.
correct. Z plus 1 is equal to 7. Y plus 1 is equal to 4. And x plus 1 is equal to 6. From there you can find the value of x is equal to 5, y is equal to 3, and z is equal to 6. So that implies what? That implies you get x plus y plus z is equal to 14, and the correct option is A. I hope all of you understood this question. If you have any doubt, please do raise your concern now before we proceed to the next question. Apparently, if you look into this question, it apparently says that, okay, in every equation there are two unknowns, okay, uh, and we know from the solution of linear equations is that it is better to have the linear expression, but here we find that x and y are multiplied in the first equation, z and x multiplied in the second equation, and y and z multiplied in the third equation. So how we can resolve this by adding 1 in both sides of the equation, and how we solve. This is a question from number system, and this kind of question comes in KVPY to judge how you can place the numbers in a proper manner, so that you can reach the solution effectively. The next question is also a test of that, how you can find a pattern. Okay, and if you look into the next question, it is given that in a series, the sum of the first n terms is that is given Sn is equal to 7 by 4 into 1 into 2. And if you look into the next term is 10 by 4 square into 2 into 4 square into 2 into 3, then 13 by 4 cube into 3 into 4, and in that way it continues. Then you need to find S infinite. That's sum up to the infinite terms. This is a very classical question to understand how you recognize the pattern, and after recognizing the pattern, how you can place different terms to come up with the solution efficiently. Okay, so let us start working on this. So if you look into this, the first one is the T1. So let's take, this is T1. This is, let us consider this as term 1. Let us consider this as term 2. Let us consider this as term 3, and so on. So let's see what is T1. We see that T1 is equal to 7 by 4 into 1 into 2. So that 7 by 4 into 1 into 2 we can express in this manner. It is 3 into 1 plus 4 divided by 4 power 1 into 1 into 1 plus 1. You may have a very obvious question that, sir, by looking into the first pattern only, how we can write this? And if you ask this question, or if you have this question in your mind, it is absolutely a very valid question. Okay, now let me go to answer this one by writing the few terms. So T2, what is T2? T2 is equal to 10 by 4 square into 2 into 3. That is equal to 3 into 2 plus 4 divided by 4 power 2 into 2 into 2 plus 1. Similarly, we can find T3. T3 is equal to what? 13 by 4 cube into 3 into 4. That becomes 3 into 3 plus 4 divided by 4 to the power 3 into 3 into 3 plus 1. Now look, if you look into the terms in T1, T2, T3, the numerator are 7, 10, 13. One thing is very clear, that 4 power 1, here you see the 4 power 1, then 4 power, if you see here, this is 4 means 4 power 1, then it is 4 power 2, then it is 4 power 3. Obviously, it has to be 4 power n for the rth term, or 4 power r for the 4 power n for the nth term, or 4 power r for the rth term. So in keeping in this process, what we get, the tr, the rth term. If you go in this process, you get the rth term, the rth term tr is something like this: 4 into 4 into r sorry,
So
3.
3 into R,
Yeah,
right?
correct. Exactly. You are correct. 3 into r plus 4 divided by
Into 4
4
R
power r
into R,
into r into r plus.
R plus 1.
Exactly. Very well. This is the RS term. Now that is fine. We found the RS term. But how we can find the sum of all these terms where r is from 1 up to infinite, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite? For that, you need to again look into the pattern. I'm sorry?
Summation formula.
Yeah, but summation, but you will not able to find a direct formula here. So let's see how we can achieve this thing. So if you look into it, you will not able to get a direct formula here. Okay, direct formula, you will not able to get. So let's see how we can use, the technique about the number system. Okay, mainly on how we can take different terms common and all this stuff. Okay, so we want to work on this tr. Okay, so how we can rearrange this tr? So now from here, what we are going to write, this tr is equal to, we are writing, instead of writing 3r plus 4, 3r plus 4, we are writing is it equal to 4 into r plus 1. 4 into r plus 1, right, minus r divided by 4 power r into r plus 1. Why we did so? Because to bring 4 plus 1 in the numerator and r in the expression, we will be able to get one term off in the denominator, because denominator has contains both r and r plus 1. So from there, what we can conclude, what we can write is that, so this implies TR equal to 4 into r plus 1 divided by 4
Is
power
it
r
1?
into r plus 1 minus,
Sir, is the answer 1?
correct, 4 power r into, yes, it is correct. But let me explain why you get,
So what?
yes, why we are getting to 1. Let me explain you. Okay. Now, if you look into this one, so from how we can, rearrange this thing is equal to, this implies TR is equal to, from r plus 1 and r plus 1 get cancelled, and this 4 and 4 power would get cancelled. So what we are getting? We are getting 1 by 4 power r minus 1, I'm sorry, 4 power r minus 1 into r minus 1 by 4 power r into r plus 1. So from here, what we get? So from here, what we get is that T1 plus T2 plus T3 in that way up to T infinite. That is nothing but S infinite, no? S infinite is nothing like this. So this becomes what? You first put in that TR, you put R equal to 1. So what do you get? 1 by 4 power 1 minus 1 into 1, sorry, into 1 minus 1 by 4 power 1 into 1 plus 1. That is the first term. Then you apply the second term. It is 1 by 4 power 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 1 by 4 power 2 into 2 plus 1 3 plus T3, if you apply 1 by 4 power 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 1 by 4 power 3 into 3 plus 1, and in that way it will continue up to infinite. Now if you look into this pattern very carefully, if we have, sorry, let me go little up. So what we are getting, something like this. So this is equal to what? Yeah, the answer is 1, correct. So 1 by, what you get, 4 power 0 into 1 minus 1 by 4 into 2 plus 1 by 4 power 2 minus 1 is 4, 4 into 2 minus 1 by 4 square into 3. Then what we get? Plus 1 by 4 square into 3 minus 1 by 4 cube into 4 plus, in that way it will go up to infinite. So if you see, this minus get cancelled with this minus cancelled with this minus will cancel with the next term in that way. So finally you will get 1 by 4 power 0 into 1, which is equal to 1 by 4 power 0 is 1, na? 1 into 1, that is equal to 1. So we get the correct option as A. Sorry, D. I hope you understood this one. If you have any question, please ask me.
So do we actually need to solve this? Because most of the questions which we've come across, anything tending to infinity is equal to 1, the sum or the difference.
Not really.
Not necessarily. Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
But generally what happens, it becomes a kind of a fraction most of the time, or 1, or sometime you are saying that 1 is possible but not always, but it is very very important to solve not all these steps. See, one thing you need to understand is that here we are not here I am explaining you each and every steps. That's why it is taking time, so that you understand why I am done so. But in actual examination you need to proceed very fast, absolutely very fast. Hmm. Okay, now let's go to the next question, which is question number 4. The number of real solutions of the system of equations 1 plus z square equal to 2x, 1 plus x square equal to 2y, and 1 plus y square equal to 2z is which one? Okay, so let me help you to solve this one. So you are going to rearrange this equation little bit, and it will. And this is also playing with the algebra more than number system. So here it is. If you look into the first equation is telling 1 plus z square equal to 2x. So what do you get? 1 plus z square is equal to 2x. Second equation is 1 plus x square is equal to 2y. Third equation is 1 plus y square is equal to 2z. Now what we need to do is that we are going to add all these equations. Then what we get? We get 1 plus, no, we have said 3 is not the correct answer. Okay, so 1 plus z square plus 1 plus x square plus 1 plus y square is equal to 2x plus 2y plus 2z. So this we can little bit rearrange. It will be x square minus 2x plus 1, then plus y square minus 2y plus 1 plus z square minus 2z plus 1 is equal to 0. This implies x square minus 2x plus 1 means what? X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square plus z minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. Now if you look into this expression, yeah, correct. So I'm going to explain you this thing. So if you look into this equation,
Sir, is the answer 1?
correct. Answer 1 is the correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm getting 1.
I'm sorry?
Even I'm getting 1 as the answer.
Sir, there's one more approach here.
Yeah, tell me.
Which
So when
way?
you arrive at this, you're adding 3 positive numbers, right?
Correct.
So they can be equal to 0 only when x, y, z are 1. So when x, y, z are equal to 0.
Yeah, that is my next statement I'm going to make. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
I'm just
that's how you get only one solution.
correct, exactly. That is what I'm going to say. As the sum of the squares of three numbers are equal to 0, that is only possible if they are individually equal to 0. That implies what? That implies it is only possible when x minus 1 equal to 0, y minus 1 equal to 0, and z minus 1 is equal to 0. That means what? That means we have x equal to 1, y equal to 1, and z equal to 1. These are the three solutions what we have. Means three values of x, y, z, 1, 1, 1. So the number of real solutions is 1. You get three values, obviously, one for x, one for y, one for z. But the solution set is 1. Some student actually answered me 3, and though it apparently looks like 3 because you get three values, but not really, because you get three values for each of these unknowns, but the solution set is 1. That is why the correct option is A. Okay.
Sir, and can we also eliminate option D?
Option?
D and C.
No, that, yeah, the point is that without solving you can't eliminate. No? How you
Yeah,
can?
yes, sir, but then a quadratic equation can have two roots, right?
Correct, but here also it's the quadratic. No, 1 plus z square equal to 2x.
Yeah, any equation, yeah, okay,
Isn't
sir,
it?
yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thanks for your query, and let's go to the next question. If you look into the next question, that this is a very fantastic question, and it needs a kind of knowledge about binomial theorem. I'm not sure how many of you have covered binomial theorem by this time, but if you have covered, it will help you to solve this question very effectively. So I'm going to solve this equation, solve this question, and have a look into it, and then we'll have further discussion. So before that, I'd like to tell you one fundamental theorem about binomial expansion, and here it is. From permutation and combination, you must be knowing that NCR is equal to factorial n divided by factorial r into factorial n minus r.
N minus R factor.
Correct? So now there is a formula. That formula is something like this: a plus b power n. That means if you have a and b are two terms, then a plus b power n is equal to nc0 into a power n minus 0 into b power 0 plus nc1 into a power n minus 1 into b power 1 plus nc2 into a power n
Power
minus
n minus
2 into b power 2. In that way it will continue
NC,
up to
NCM,
n, correct, a power n minus n, which is 0, into b power n.
B
Correct.
power n.
So this is the binomial theorem. This is the underlying theory which is required to answer this question. Now here the question is the remainder when 3 power 33 is divided by 75. How we are going to do this thing? Have a look into it. This needs some very minute details into the my solution, so that you can really understand and enjoy at the same time. So what I'm going to write is that I'm going to write 3 powers let me use a different color. Okay, so I'm going to write the 3 power 33 in little, a different manner. So 3 power 33 that you can write is that 3 power 1 into 3 power 32. So then 3 power 1 into 3 power 32, we can write 3 power 1 is 3, and 3 power 32 we are writing 3 power 2 power 16. So that is equal to what? That is equal to 3 into 9 power 16. And this 9 power 16 we are writing as that 3 into 100, sorry, not 100, 10. 10 minus 1 power 16. Now this 10 minus 1 power 16 we are going to expand using binomial theorem as I have written in the above in blue color. So this will equal to what? This will become something like that. So first 3 is coming here as it is. So it will be something like this: 16C0 16C0 into 10 power 16 into minus 1 power 0 plus 16C1 into 10 power 15 into minus 1 power 1 plus 16C2 into 10 power 14 into minus 1 power 2. In that way, if you continue, then what will get? You will get a term something like this: 16C4. You get a term called 16C4, no? 16C14 into 10 power 2 into minus 1 power 14 plus 16C15 into 10 power 1 into minus 1 power 15, and the last term is 16C16 into 10 power 0 into minus 1 power 16. So this is the entire expansion of 10 minus 1 power 16. Yeah, correct. Your answer is correct. So this is equal to how we are expanding. So we are writing 3, and you look into it. Let me use a different color. Uh, if you look into this term, starting from, yeah, we can use the modular approach as exactly correct. So if you look into this term, if you from here till this part, we can take 10 power 2 common. If we take 10 power 2 common on among all these terms, so what we'll get? We will get, if we take 10 power 2 common, then you will get what? You will get 16C0 into 10 power 14 minus 16C1 into 10 power 13. In that way it will continue, right? So you will get something like this: 16C0 into 10 power 14 minus 16C1 into 10 power 13 plus 16C2 into 10 power 12 and minus, in that way it will continue. Plus, if you look into this term, that 16C 15 into 10 power, if you look into this term, this,
Sir, I'm getting 48.
yeah, remaining it will be that will going to do it. So these two terms, if you look into it, so what it will be? It will be minus 160 here, isn't it? So here it will be, because 16C15 is 16. So here you will get what? 16 into 10 power 1 into minus 1 power 15. Minus 1 power 15 is minus 1, plus 16 is 1. 10 power 0 is 1. And minus 1 power 16 is also 1. Now let's, let us consider this up. Sorry. Now if you look into this one, then what will get? 3 into 10 power 2 is 100 into, we are considering this entire term as I. Which term we are considering as I? We are considering this entire term as I. This entire term we are considering as I. This entire term we are considering as I. And that's what we are writing it here. And then what we are going to get is that if you look into it, it has become minus 160. It becomes minus 160 and plus 1. Now let's rearrange this thing. We are writing 3 into 100 into I minus 159. That let's make it a multiple of 100, about 115. Then it will be 3 into 100 into I minus 200 plus 41. Correct? So this becomes what? This becomes, let me write it here, 3 into 100. If you take common from the first two terms, it will be I minus 2 plus 41. So let's take I minus 2 is equal to j. Then it will be 300 into j plus 3 into 41 is 123. We are writing where j is equal to I minus 2. So now this 300 into j, we can write this is equal to 75 into 4j plus 123, we can write 75 into 1 plus 48. So you take 75 common, then it is coming 4 into j plus 1 plus 48. So obviously, if you divide 3 power 33 by 75, the remainder will be 48, and we get the correct option as D. Okay. Now let's come to the next question. Any question here before we proceed for the next question?
It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Okay, great. Let's go to the next question. The number of ordered pairs of positive integers a comma b such that LCM of a and b is 2 to the power 3, 5 to the power 7, 11 to the power 13. It's a very interesting question. All of you have studied LCM and HCF in great details since your class 7, but in class 10 we have studied in great detail in real number, those who are from CBSE, and similar thing is also there for ICSE. Okay. Now here we are going to see how well we can leverage, how well we can use those understanding to answer this kind of question. If you look into this question very minutely, it is mentioned the number of order, the A and B have LCM in the form of 2 to the power 3, 5 to the power 7 into 11 to the power 13. So what we can write? We can write the positive integers A and B are of the following form. What are the form? That A has to be in the form of 2 to the power A1 into 5 to the power B1 into 11 to the power C1, and B has to be 2 to the power of A2 into 5 power of B2 into 11 power of C2. Now as the LCM, so from here what we can conclude? As LCM has LCM of A and B is equal to 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 7 into 11 power 13. What you can conclude? We can conclude that maximum of A1 comma A2 is equal to 3. Similarly, maximum of B1 comma B2 be the 7, and maximum of C1 comma C2 is equal to 13. Look at very minutely that maximum of A1 and A2 is 3. What are the combination you can get? You can get the combination something like that 0, 3, then 1, 3, then 2, 3, then 3, comma 3, then again you can get 3, comma 2, 3, comma 1, and finally 3, comma 0. So how many choices we get here? We get here 7 choices. So here we get 7 choices. And then if you see the maximum of B1, B2 is equal to 7, in the similar manner, if you do 0, 7, 1, 7, 2, 7 up to 7, 7, there are 8, and again from 8, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5. In that way you will find here the 15 such choices. Here you will get 15 choices. And in a similar manner, here you will get how many
27
choices?
choices.
Yeah, fantastic.
27.
Very good. Appreciate your answer.
2n plus
Correct.
2n plus 1.
Exactly. Appreciate your answer. 27 choices. Now, answer me. What is the total number of choices then? It is the product of all these choices, correct? Isn't it? So, the total number of choices is total number of choices is equal to 7 into 15 into 27.
Sir, option B.
Correct. It is 2835 and eventually the option is B. Any doubt in this question?
No, sir.
Okay, great. See the in the KVPY website, it is very clearly mentioned that they want to understand by giving the question is that um, how your fundamentals are strong. So whatever the 6 questions we have discussed so far, it actually a test of all these fundamentals. And apart from couple of questions, all the questions are from from your class 9th or 10th standard. And one such question is the next one. If you look into the, let me share the next question, is that the number of polynomials of the form x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c, which are divisible by x square plus 1, are where ABC are from 1, 2, 3 up to 10 are what? The number of polynomials of the form x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c, which are divisible by x square plus 1. So now, as the question is that it is divisible by x square plus 1, what we can do is that let's do that. As it is divisible by x square plus 1, let us divide by x square plus 1, and we'll get something like this. If you divide x square plus 1, and if you write here x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c, okay, then what we'll get, simple division from our fundamental understanding. If you put x here, it will be x cube, then plus x, as you know, minus minus, it will be ax square plus b minus 1 into x plus c, then you will put it here a x plus a, it will be ax square plus a, and then you put minus minus got cancelled. Hello?
How is it a square? Okay,
Sir,
fine,
how
fine,
was it
fine.
ax square? Shouldn't it be ax square minus x?
No,
No, it's not
we are
plus
multiplying by
x
a,
one, so it's correct.
isn't it?
X was taken
Yes, sir.
common, so it was like bx minus x. It was like b minus 1 whole multiplied by x.
Okay, that's
Okay,
correct. That's
subtract the
correct.
terms
Correct,
at the
huh?
same degree.
So now if you look into the from our class 10 standard understanding about Euclid's division lemma, what we can write? We can write that x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c is equal to x square plus 1 into x plus a plus b minus 1 into x plus c minus a. Now, according to the question, x square plus 1 is a factor. The moment x square plus 1 is a factor of this, x square plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, what we can conclude? We can conclude definitely this quantity has to be 0, isn't it? Because it is a factor, there should be a remainder. It means is that what is the present expression? Present expression says that if you divide x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c by x square plus 1, what will be the quotient and what will be the remainder? Quotient is x plus a and remainder is b minus 1 into x plus c minus a, which has to be 0. As we get, it is a, the x square plus 1 is a factor, that means it is properly divisible. So what we can say? We can say b minus 1 into x plus c minus a, from here. So from this thing, we can say that b minus 1 has to be 0 and c minus a has to be 0. That implies b is fixed to 1, b has to be 1 and c has to be equal to a. But if you look into the question, that here that ABC are from the first 10 natural numbers 1, 2, 3 up to 10. So there are 10 such choices. So total number of choice. So the total number of choices is equal to 10. And we
So
get,
why does it have to be individually be equal to 0? It could be like b minus 1 whole into x has the same magnitude as c minus a, and if a is greater than c, then what if the magnitude would get cancelled and then we get 0?
the point is that, see, here it is not about x. Here it is b minus 1 into x has to be 0 individually, because there are two sums as 0. Na? It is an identity. In an identity, what? Coefficient of x has to be 0 and constant term has to be 0 independently, because it is going to be true for any value of x. There is an
Right.
difference between
Yeah.
equation and identity. Equation has a
Yes,
solution.
sir.
Identity doesn't have a solution. Identity has infinite number of solutions. To be very clear statement. So that's why b
Yes, sir.
minus 1 has to be 0 and c minus a has to be 0 individually. Now, as ABC are from the set 1 to 3 up to 10, so our choice is that there are 10 choices and we get the option B as the correct one. So with this, I would like to conclude today's session here.
So how do we get choices? I didn't get that. I understood B is 1, C is A. How do we get number of choices is 10?
Oh,
Because
okay.
there are 10 possible.
Okay, so if you look into the question, it is mentioned that ABC belongs to the set 1, 2, 3 up to 10. So you can, as
Yeah.
C is equal to A, you can take any 10 values, na? B is fixed. B is only one value, which is 1. But you can take a value from 1 to 10, any 10. But that value of C is equal to that value of A. So C is equal to A, we have only 10 choices. Clear?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So with this, I would like to conclude today's session here. We'll again resume in our next session, and there will be an announcement made to all of you. I hope you like this today's session, and there will be much more, great quality of questions will come across all the 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, in the coming days. Thank you very much, and see you in the next session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Thank you for your time. Can you give the next question as like we'll try it on our own and next time we'll
I
discuss the
think
answer.
you will get it. Yeah, absolutely.
One question.
Yeah, appreciate. You can look into this question. Great. Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Okay.
Yeah. Just quickly note it down.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll send the link by the way. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.